What up, though? It's your boy Joe 2 coming at you one more again. All right, so busted. Some of y'all already know the story, but I think it's fascinating. So I was looking on WorldStar, and Domino's has a delivery service in some areas where there's no driver. So the car will, come on down the street and open up the back window. You reach in, get your pizza. Well, you have to use a keypad, little thing that's on the outside to punch in your number and grab your food, and then it says, I'm leaving. And the car pulls off, and I just like, okay, that's cool in some areas. You ain't gonna see that. Okay, you ain't gonna see that in all areas. But nonetheless, I was like, all right, this ain't about Domino's, but the people who did me wrong ain't Domino's. But I ordered, my YouTube friend ordered some pizza for me. And, she lives in another state. And so she went through Uber Eats, right? I'm like, all right, cool. So she went through Uber Eats. I'd never done this before. And there was another entity that she went through. But nonetheless, she got a local pizza place out here. Pizza and lasagna, ordered about $30 worth of food and was just like, okay, send it to this address. She had already paid for it. They made it. It was coming out, and whenever somebody's coming to my house, I like to stand out there by the curb because most people don't know, where to come in at. So I'm looking, and I'm talking to her online, and I'm looking, and I'm like, yo, it ain't coming. She's like, yes, they said it was delivered. So I'm like, nah, it wasn't delivered, because I'm standing out here looking around for an hour asking people, are you the Uber? And they're all like irritated, like, nah. So basically, what happened was they ate the food. Now, what's really interesting is when the delivery driver ate the food. When I first heard that they ate the food, because I talked to her, and then she's like, yeah, I called them back, the Uber Eats or whoever it was, and she said that they ate the food, and she told me, yo, they ate the food. I was like, wait, what? They ate the food? She's like, yeah, they giving me a refund, and I was just like, oh, no, something ain't right about this. And she goes, yeah, this is the third time this week. That was it. I called them and I went off. I was just like, how y'all going to keep sending out food and saying that, people keep eating the food and y'all keep, doing the same thing like over and over, and people are waiting on their food. Yeah, you give people a refund, but it's the simple principle. You know that you have a problem, so why do you keep like using this service or whatever? And they're just and basically they put me on hold because they didn't want to hear my mouth. But they explained it to her. They said when you order on the app, Uber Eats or whatever, when you order, there is a face, a picture, ID, the driver who's taking or picking up your order, right? So they see the ID and they say, okay, Johnny Smith is picking up the order, but it's so busy that the person comes in and says, hey, I'm here to pick up Michelle Smith's order, and they say, okay, order for Michelle Smith, pizza, lasagna, and a soda or whatever, and boom, somebody picks it up, but they don't check the idea who picked it up. So instead of Johnny Smith picking it up, it's Sally Salison who picks it up. And what she does is goes and drives past the area because you're being tracked. And then she says, boop, delivered, but she's snacking on, somebody else's food the whole time. She's probably eating it as soon as she gets in the car because they don't know that that's not the driver's, like that's not the driver who's really supposed to pick it up. So it's incumbent upon the uh, whoever it is, Todd's Pizza. Forgive me if there's a Todd's Pizza. It wasn't Todd's Pizza. It was somebody else's name. Uh, Todd and Joni. Okay, Todd and Joni's Pizza. I'm sorry if there's a Todd and Joni. Okay, Todd, Joni, and Pizza Shop. If there is a yo, I got nothing to say to you, son. Anyways, their pizza shop. When somebody comes in, they're supposed to check the ID and say pick up for whoever's pizza, and you go, yeah, and then they go, let me check your ID. Then they look at the ID on a computer and they look at their ID and they say, okay, we gave it to the right person. Because this has been happening over and over and over. And it's just pure laziness. It's just like, I will give them a refund. Because if you have more customers who are not getting beat and you have a small amount that are getting beat, like, I'll take the L. It's just like, no, because now it's your reputation. And the only reason why they really, really, adhere to me, because I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. I'm going to put you on, and I told him that. I was like, I'm going to put you on YouTube. I'm going to go to Yelp. And, we've seen what's been happening to people on YouTube. They don't want none of that noise on social media. I'll go on Facebook, and I seriously threaten them. I'm like, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to come at you. Well, basically what they did was they refunded the young lady who bought the pizza and lasagna, and they brought me another pizza, even though it was smaller, and lasagna. With the bread, though, I had the bread. And basically been sending her gift cards to keep her quiet. Because she's the one that paid. And, just, oh, sir, I'm sorry. You're not sorry, because you know it's happening. And if it's still, like, I don't even want to take any chances now. Like, look, I just went and got some pizza stuff. Like, I'm making my own pizzas again from here on out. You had a guy who just got carted off to jail for spitting in people's pizza. It's just bad out here. Like, these millennials, man, they are. Yeah, one girl who was doing stuff to people's food, and it's really, really bad out here. People just don't care. And they'll eat your food, they'll taint your food, they'll do anything to it. So I'm like, make your own pizza, you guys. Your boy Tone 202. God bless.